but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Well, hello out there. How's everybody doing? Is everybody's favorite conservative in New York, Christopher Wright, here to present you with one of my Relax Back and Chats. And what's today's Relax Back and Chat going to be about? I want to speak about sleepy Joe Biden. And as you guys know, as you guys see I'm wearing the hat, you know what that means? That means officially that I am not black. So according to Joe Biden, you know, he recently came out and interview. He had an interview with a guy named Charlamagne. He's on Hot 97. He's on a show called The Breakfast Club. And it's, you know, it's a hip hop show, but they do a little bit of politics, music, the arts. You know, they have different guests come on and talk with them. And they had Joe Biden recently come on. And Joe Biden, you know, at the end of their interview they had, Joe Biden said, and I quote, "If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you are not black." So he pretty much saying that either you support me and what I'm doing, or you know, support the party, whatever you may have been meant, or you're not a black person. And this is a 77-year-old, you know, white man who's made comments about Corn Pop, the gangster, that he back in the day that he had to deal with. He's made comments called, you know, black kids cockroaches, you know, and his hairy legs, and they crawl up his leg like cockroaches and everything like that. You know, he's had a lot of incidents in the past, if you look at Joe Biden. I mean, I even had a short video clip of when he was doing an event back in like the early 80s for like a political event. And he was on stage and he pretty much said to the audience, you know, "Oh, we got Michael Jackson, here he is." And he bring him out and it's a white guy in blackface. And he's got the blackface, got the Jerry curl and everything. So he showed his racism in that one moment. The cockroaches statement, the thing, the situation with Corn Pop and all that crazy stuff. Then you got Hillary Clinton coming on the same breakfast show 4 years ago. As you guys remember, she came on and she joked about having hot sauce in her purse and all that crazy stuff. And they just sat there, and both times Charlamagne sat there and they sat there, kind of laughed it off and try to, you know, keep it moving. But they didn't check them. And it's like, yo, how you guys call people who support Trump, black people who support Trump, you call us Uncle Toms and coons and we turn our back on our people, all that crazy stuff. But when somebody comes on your show and makes a blatantly racist statement, and they don't do it in a joking way, even if it's a joking way, it doesn't matter. There's nothing joking about that. There's nothing funny about that. But when they tell you jokes, you guys just sit there and take it. But when somebody, you know, like, you know, Brandon Tatum makes a comment about, you know, that you guys don't agree with or something like that, you guys are so quick to say, "Oh, see, he turned his back on our people and da-da-da, this guy turned his..." There's Candace Owens of the world, you're so quick to turn them away in a heartbeat. You're just waiting for them to say something that could be slightly, oh, what's that? And you use that against them and say they can't talk anymore. But when somebody who is an older white person comes out, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, you know, and they blatantly say something racist, you guys have nothing to say. And it's like, so it's like, it's the American people are picking up on this. Luckily, you know, the minority community in this country are waking up. I talk to people all the time. There's people texting me all day today about what's going on with the situation. And they're telling us, one guy, a good friend of mine, Hispanic guy, saw his little cousins pretty much tore down. You know, they seem to say, "Oh, they're done with being a Democrat. They're done supporting Joe Biden." And, you know, they're in their early 20s, whatever, but they pretty much said they're done supporting the Democratic Party already. So what this is doing is waking up a lot of people. And, you know, I hate it had to happen this way. You know, it's a little rough around the edges. You know, people waking up. You know, they got to see this blatant racism. But this is what's going on with the Democratic Party for the past 60 years. They had control of the black community and the minority community in this country. And you saw what kind of shambles they put us in. And now we're starting to wake up and we're starting to point them out for what they've been doing to us. And they're getting exposed. And, you know, unfortunately, you guys had to see, you know, Joe Biden, man, I don't know how anybody could still support this guy. I mean, these guys are the same guys that attacked the Covington kids, the people that are, you know, against Joe Biden, for Joe Biden. They're the same ones who attacked the Covington kids, remember, a while back when they were just standing in front of the school bus, waiting for the bus, and they're trying to say, "Oh, they're a bunch of racist little white kids," and all stuff like that. And it was all BS. And those same people that attacked those kids without evidence are defending Joe Biden. They're attacking Candace Owens, defend Joe Biden. So you guys can't see what they're doing over and over and over again. It's the same old routine with these guys. And it's like they're hypocrites. They're just hypocrites. And when it comes to 2020 in November, when it's time to vote, we're going to see firsthand, you know, that we have Trump's back. He's going to have more of the minority vote than any president, I feel, in our history on the Republican side. So, you know, I can't wait till November. I can't wait till we go out here and vote and get Trump back in office again for another 4 years, because we need him, because we got people like Sleepy Joe, who's just saying racist statements and just thinking he say all this crazy stuff and still get his support. He's going to probably get Kamala Harris or Stacey Abrams, in my opinion, to be his VP because he's going to pander. He's going to go right for the pander. And, you know, this is putting him out there in a negative, very negative. He's already in a negative light, but now he's in a dark, beet red negative light. So he's going to go full pander mode. So he's going to get Stacey Abrams, Kamala Harris. He's going to, you know, he's going to pull them out and say, oh, look who I got. Look, minority people. Look, I got Stacey Abrams. I got Kamala Harris. And they're both terrible candidates. As we know, people that know politics enough, they know those two, you know, forget about the skin color, gender, none of that. It's just they have no policies. They're terrible politicians. So, you know, this is what we're dealing with, people. You know, let's get Trump back in office in November. Let's get out there and vote. Don't do these mail-in ballots. You're getting these mail-in ballots. I got my mail-in ballot. I ain't using that nonsense. Get out there on foot and vote. Let's make sure we get Trump reelected, because we got these blatant racists as the other option. And they can say what they want to say about Trump, but, you know, they try to use this whole the shooting of the Ahmaud Arbery situation, the young man getting shot. They try to use that and to connect that with Trump and Trump being a racist because of, you know, him getting shot. When Trump came out and apologized for it, it wasn't nothing like that. So they use that long distance trying to connect Trump with something that's happened on the other side of town, nothing to do with him. They try to connect them. But when it's some blatant racism right in their face, they just totally sweep it on the rug, act like it didn't exist. So again, it's all hypocritical, and enough's enough. You know, time for America to wake up, man. Let's get Trump back in office. God bless everybody out there listening, and God bless the United States of America. Peace out.